welcome back to Ultimate Racing League. Super Touring Cars, League 3, Round 1, Race 2. This time for Race 2, we don't do a reverse grid, so it's the winner from last time out on pole, which was Neil, Smoky Tom, Viking Daddy, Slowpoke, Asbo, Digi Rip, Biggie, Firepower, Vexed, Bragg, G-Smurf, and Stealth to the rear. 20-minute race. I think it's the same as before, the tyre compounds, which are racing soft, but it's up to them what they use. Fire red lights, light pause, off we go. Neil with that slowish start, but Smoky Tom already side by side with Neil. He'll probably be looking for the win this time around. Viking Daddy just in that third position with Slowpoke in fourth. They all get around nicely, no comings together. That's what we like to see. As Stealth to the rear of the pack. So Smoky Tom inherits the lead of the race. Neil in second position. So Neil can do what Smoky done last time out in race 1 and just pressure Smoky Tom. Viking Daddy this time out gets a better start. Doesn't bog down. He's in that third. Slowpoke. Let's see what he can do. Can he get onto the podium? Look at there to the inside of Viking Daddy. No, doesn't make that move. A little bit slow there from Bragg. He seems to be struggling underneath that bridge or motorway, and he's not happy around that hairpin. But anyway, cold tyres still. Got a gaggle here, and then we got Smoky Tom still in the lead. So the top three already working together. And Viking's looking for that move to the inside, and Neil's looking for that move as well. Smoky Tom, does Viking make that move? He does not. Going further back, Biggie in that fifth. He'll be waiting, just buying his time, see if anyone does an error up ahead. But we go through the chicane for the first time. We've got a group of cars here. Easy does it. Nice there for Bragg as well. Yellow flags. I think some of them will slow up. That was Viking. What happened to Viking? So, with Viking now, he seems to have hit that sausage, and that sent the car flying into Neil. Unfortunate there. Oh, yeah, that was unfortunate. Have a look at that one more time. We're gonna go like this. Easier to see. So behind we got Slowpoke. Entering the chicane now. Oh, hit that sausage into Neil. That was an unfortunate one, that. Just basically airlifted the car off the ground and into Neil. 1.5 second penalty. Right, so Viking, like race 1, to the rear, has got it all to do again. Slight collision there with Asbo. And Firepower to the rear at the moment. Remember, it's a 20-minute race, anything can happen. Smoky Tom now in P1 with Slowpoke behind in P2. The gap to Slowpoke and Neil is around about 2 seconds, but there's Biggie in that fourth, so he will be looking for that move onto Neil, feathering that throttle around the hairpin. And behind we got Dizzy Rip with 1.5 second penalty, and behind we got G-Smurf with 1.5 second penalty as well. So the penalties are coming in thick and fast. Viking Daddy as well in that P10 with that penalty. Stealth up to 8, so Stealth having a good race so far. 1.5, and Asbo and Fire will benefit from this as well. So up the front, Smoky Tom, Slowpoke breaking away now. If they could just work together, then increase that lead over Neil. But we've seen last time out, Neil has got the pace to fight for the win of the race. But it's 3 minutes in, 17 to go or 16 to go. Biggie there in that fourth. So Dizzy Rip, he will slow up automatically. So he will lose fifth. He'll probably drop down to 8th around that area, or probably 7th. Viking and Smurf, they're gonna lose. Well, they're gonna be. I think they'll be to the rear. Where's Viking? Viking is, Viking's 10th. There go Asbo. G-Smurf's 12th. So these two now have got it all to do. Stay penalty free. Get up there. So Smoky Tom breaking away. 140.581. He's on the racing soft. Racing soft for all of them, I think. And Neil 148.31. So yeah, 3 tenths difference between the lap time and third place. And I tell you what, Slowpoke isn't too far away from that. So yeah, he's got the pace at the moment. Biggie 141.620. Vex there in that fifth, so Vex in fifth, having a good race this time out. We were heading to round 3 after this race, and I'm pretty sure that's more strategy thinking, and I'm sure the racing mediums may come into effect, whether they have to opt to run the media for certain laps or run it for the race. We're waiting to see. Firepower in 9th, so he is chasing down Stealth in that 8th. Stealth holding his aim at the minute. Asbo in 10th, but he's being caught slowly by Viking, and there's G Smurf in that 12th position. Yeah, so later on we should see things unfolding. So Smoky Tom, drop it down now to start finish line to start lap number 4. He's breaking away a little bit from Slowpoke. As long as Smokey can stay nice and clean, penalty free, keep his head down, like Slowpoke as well, they will be getting these podium spots. But we've seen through that chicane what can happen. You know, a slight error through the chicane or even a side swipe into the barrier, you're getting that 1.5 second penalty. So if you hit the barrier, you cut the chicane, that's 3 seconds. So it's a lot to lose in a race like this because things are so close. Now Bragg is catching up to Vex now. So Bragg catching up to Vex. Going under the hairpin now for the 4th time. Well, round the hairpin, sorry. Round the hairpin for the 4th time. Normally you bit to the left, go into the pits, change your tyres and whatnot. But because the tyre wear and the fuel depletion is so low, you don't need that at the moment. Race 3 maybe. We'll wait and see. Who is that in the background? G Smurf had a bit of a moment there. Coming around the hairpin. Let's see what happened to G Smurf. So coming around the hairpin now. I think he loses it under acceleration a little bit. Yes, a little bit. But then, so that's a bit of a weird one. Sorry, I'm looking at this again because it almost seemed like he lost it, or was it the camera angle? So he's coming around the hairpin now. The car seemed to slide to the rear. A little bit, not massively. So yeah, that was just minor. I thought he actually spun out big time. So Smoky Tom. The difference between first and second is decreased actually. Slowpoke has gained a bit of ground onto Smoky Tom, but then Neil is also closing that gap to Slowpoke. These two are teammates, so teams of 2. So you got Smoky Tom, who will be with, I think Smoky Tom's with, well, we'll go through that in the next race actually. They're racing around, so we'll do it on the grid. The teams of 2, so you're fighting for the drivers plus the manufacturer side of things as well. 0.5 there for Slowpoke. That's going to hamper him a little bit. That's going to enable Neil to close up to that second position. So there's me saying about keep it clean, penalty free. Unfortunately, Slowpoke, to his teammate, may lose that purple sector there for Neil. So he's quickest on track at the moment. Biggie in that 4th. So Biggie is being caught by Vexed. And it's let's watch Bragg a minute. Bragg seems to be struggling around the hairpin. It might have been because of cold tyres. Yeah, he does it a little bit to the rear then. The car twitching under acceleration. So he's got that traction control on as well. So that will help him. It's just the hairpin for him. Stealth in that 7th. So Viking's up to 8. So Stealth now will be caught by Viking. But again, if Stealth can keep it clean, you know, just keep it contact free from the barriers, it'll be alright. The engine noise seems to disappear more frequently. So Viking 8th, Firepower 9th. So Firepower is sort of like staying with Viking. G Smurf, here we go, we've got a battle on here. Let's go back and have a look at this. So we've got Asbo, G Smurf and Dizzy Rip. So we're going to go here, Dizzy Rip on board now with Dizzy Rip. You can see Asbo, G Smurf, Asbo looking to the inside there of G Smurf. Does he make that move? They're side by side, and I think Dizeric comes on through. So there is G Smurf. G Smurf is there. They're coming up to the chicane now for the 5th time. Yeah, Asbo just backs off it a little bit. Dizeric, will he get a better exit and attack Asbo? No, but he's still behind. He's still behind Asbo there. And the Ferrari's top end and the McLaren, they're sort of like identical, but in the slip as well. You think we'll see Dizeric close up. Yeah, so Dizeric looking, psyching out Asbo there, and he goes around the outside. Very nice move. There is Asbo still, and they're battling side by side. We're going to go out car like this, and they're side by side still. No, Dizeric gets that move. So going up here, there's a change for position, so we're going to have a look at this as well. Slowpoke and Neil, teammates. Neil's looking to go out wide and cut it in tight, maybe. No, he's going the long way round. So he's opted to go a long way round. Slowpoke there, backs off a little bit off the accelerator by the looks of it. And will that enable? No, he's foot flat to the floor. And they're side by side, the teammates. And now Slowpoke and Neil side by side go along this twisty straight. And a Slowpoke just sits in the boot of Neil, and there's no one behind. So at the moment he's securing that P3, and then Smoky Tom, he's just put his foot down and gone for it. The only thing I worry is penalties when you got such a lead, and then one slight misjudgment costs you that lead. Because at the moment he is driving really well in that car, and he isn't doing anything wrong. Nice and clean. But behind we've got these two are going to slow up now because they're battling. We've got 9 minutes left. 1:44.08 compared to Smoky Tom. Yeah, 1:40.5. So it's a tenth there. It's not a lot. So Smoky Tom has got the pace at the minute still. But it looks like Neil will be pushing a little bit more to try and close that gap. But going back here, Biggie has now got the attention of Bragg and Bex. So Bex with that 1.5 second penalty. But he's alright, Bex. He ain't got no one behind. They're quite far away, and he could just concentrate on these two. But yeah, 1.5 second penalty. It will hamper him, but Biggie there a little bit deep into entry. On the rear goes out. Right, let's have a look at that from Biggie. We could go like this from Biggie. What was this? He's on the dirty side of the track, so that didn't help the rear tyres. So yeah, on the marbles. And unfortunately that's cost him 2 positions now. But he knows Bex has got that penalty, so Bex with the penalty, Biggie knows he's going to get up to 5th anyway, again. Unless Bex can pull out a 3-second gap. Things would be different, but I can't see that at the minute because the McLaren is still there. Biggie's still in that slipstream. He's looking to go around a long way. Will he make this stick? But he's getting a slip off Bragg as well, so Bragg sort of like helped Biggie there with the slip, and they're going to the chicane now. Yeah, so he's going to slow up now, Vex, and that will enable Biggie to go on through. But with Viking there, just entering the chicane now, but he's battling with Stealth, because he's going to be side by side there through the chicane. So Stealth 8th, 7th there from Viking, and behind we've got Firepower slowly closing up, and then we've got G-Smurf and Dizeric battling. Asbo's fallen back a little bit, unfortunate there. 0.5 second penalty for G-Smurf. A little bit of cut at the chicane, unfortunate. And Asbo can close up. We'll have a battle on here. So Smoky Tom, Neil. Yeah, Smoky's got a hefty lead now, so he's alright, Smoky. Back here is where the battling is. So Biggie, Bragg. So Biggie now looking at Bragg, but we know Bragg struggles around this hairpin, so this might be Biggie's opportunity, and he's looking. That's better from Bragg then. So nice eject on that throttle, and Biggie's still there, so Biggie may get him go along this long straight. We'll wait and see, because Bex with that penalty he's dropped back. With these two bad, it will help him. So Biggie in the slip now with Bragg. Will Biggie get him before the end? He's looking for it. He's thinking about it. Bragg's defending that inside line. He's sitting in the middle of the track, but Biggie's opting for the long way around. Long way around, and he's still there. Brilliant racing, side by side racing as they head down chicane. We know what can happen at the chicane. They're still side by side. Brilliant racing, chaps. And then Biggie's still trying to make that move, and Bragg still defending that inside line. Oh, a little bit of a clip onto that barrier then from Biggie. He didn't lose momentum, and he's still in that slip. Yeah, he's mind you, the Lexus has got a good top end as well, but the McLaren seems to do it in the corners. Bragg's extending that gap a little bit. So come back to this in a minute. Vex in 6th, Viking in 7th with Stealth in 8th, Dizzy Rip up to 9th now, as both Firepower and G Smurf. So the two teammates 11th and 12th at a minute. Up the front we go, Smoky Tom with just over 5 minutes to go. 139.868 compared to 144. Yeah, so it's 6 tenths there, so he's taking 6 tenths out a lap. We've got just over 5 minutes to go. It's doable, but at this precise time I can't see it. So then Bragg, but see what I mean, by these two battling, Vex is closing that gap. Vex can see 5th and 6th, and they're still battling, these two. They're still battling. There's Biggie, probably thinking, mate, just do a small error. And then Bragg's like, no errors for me in this race, and keep it nice and clean and contact free from them barriers. So nothing at the minute. Going back here, yeah, it's gapping now. The gaps are appearing. Firepower in that 11th, and G Smurf in 12th. So I think with nothing happening really, apart from these two, so I don't really want to shy away from it. So I want to do an onboard lap. But then if I miss something, let's say for the minute. Oh, Biggie into the barrier. Into the barrier. You've seen the rear end wobble there. And Vex is pushing it. He's really pushing it. He's trying to close that gap to 5th and 4th. Biggie into the barrier again. What happened there from Biggie? So he's entering the hairpin now. Oh, the front end into the barrier. Unfortunate there. There's Vex. So Vex now is picking up that slip. So Vex is in that prime opportunity now to battle for that 5th. Yeah, he's maxing out the rev limiter, so he wants that 5th position, 100%. Just hope Biggie can not go wide in, make slight contact with the barrier and slow him up. If he cannot do that, then he'll have that 5th. But Vex slows up massively there. Oh, Biggie! I say that. I say that, and look what happens. Commentator's curse, eh? Even though this happened before I'd done this. Yeah, he's oh, that's hampered that 5th for him. Is he? Oh. Did he not cut it? It looked like went a little bit wide. Maybe not. Here we go. We continue the fight. Up the front we go. Smokey, Neil. Yeah, Neil's closed that gap. Smokey's What I found about the NSX it's phenomenal through the corners, twisty bits, but just loses it a little bit on the straight. So I think that's where Neil's gaining the most time for the twisty bits in the corners. Slowpoke comfy third at the minute. Bragg is closing on Slowpoke, but I think Slowpoke push it a little bit, mate. Just trying to extend that gap. I think Bragg will be fighting for that third. So you're looking at, let's say, around about 2.5, 3 seconds, something like that between these two. But yeah, Slowpoke seems to me like he's put his foot down a little bit more. Right. So Smoky Tom, P1 left. Well, didn't leave from the start. He was second at the start. Battled with Neil for a few corners. Got that P1, and he's been there ever since. Neil down to third. Obviously that bit of a moment with Biggie for the chicane. Slowpoke in third, was up to second, but his teammate got on through. Bragg there in fourth in the Lexus, extending that gap to Biggie. Biggie in that fifth, Vex in sixth. Vex is closing up to Biggie in that fifth. Viking Daddy in seventh, Asbo in eighth, Stealth in ninth, which unfortunately now may drop him to last. He's got a 1.5 second penalty. They're coming on through now. We've got Dizzy Rip and G Smurf going on through. So unfortunately now Stealth is down to 12th. Up we go. So Neil's closing that gap. Slowpoke in that third. Yeah, Braggs, Biggie, Vex. See, we've got a close battle, 4th, 5th and 6th there. Viking in 7th. It's been a few moments for Viking in race 1 and 2, which has hampered him a little bit. Yeah, race 1 he come third, but I just feel, you know, if he didn't have that error for this chicane, he would have been battling probably for the win of the race, you know. Firepower with that 1.5 second penalty in 9th, Dizzy Rip, Stealth up to 11th, and G Smoke with a 1.5 in 12th. Here we go, Smoky Tom on the final lap now for the win of race number 2. Well done, mate. Neil, P2. Congratulations, fast out 39.486. Slowpoke, brilliant race from Slowpoke. In that P3. Coming over start finish line now, P3 for Slowpoke. Bragg, P4 just about with Biggie in 5th. Vexed in 6th. Viking coming over the line now in 7th. Asbo in 8th. Coming over that line. And then DC Rip up to 9th with Firepower, get rid of that penny in 10th, and Stealth 11th. And G Smurf coming around the line now. So and I'll get rid of that penalty. He will be finishing in P12. Idlefoot Gaming, great race 2. I'm out of here. Well done. Welcome back to Elmer Racing League 3 Super Touring cars. This time around the half-an-hour race, reverse grid. Racing mediums coming into effect as well. So the race is 10 minutes longer than the previous 2 races. So on pole for the final race of the evening is G Smurf. We then have Stealth in P2, Firepower P3, Dizzy Rip P4, Asbo P5, Viking P6, Vex P7, Biggie P8, Bragg P9, Slowpoke P10, Neil P11, Smoky Tom, winner last time out, to the rear in P12. More strategy thinking maybe, racing medium, racing soft. Slight pause, off they go. G Smurf gets them away with his teammate Firepower in that P2. And then we've got Stealth in P3. Like last time out, we'll see how the guys get on for the first couple of corners. So the racing mediums are going to be cold, just like the soft, but they're going to take longer to warm up temperature-wise. And by the looks of it, some have opted for the racing mediums, like Neil. And I think, I mean, if you know racing, the mediums last longer than the soft. So if it is more of a strategy thinking race, then the guys on the medium are going to run it longer than the soft. Bit of maths for you there, but we'll wait to see, because I'm pretty sure this time around the guys are going to take it more easy on the tyres, not use the tyres, and the fuel might be slightly increased as well, so that fuel usage will be increased, and the tyre wear may be heavy. Like I said, I will get the settings for round 2, so I've got them all in place. I should have done it really, but I did it. Oh, what's going on back here? What has happened here? What has gone on there? Dizzy Rip. Outcar view now with Dizzy. What's happened here? He's on that medium tyre. Oh, just loses it. Hits into there. Firepower. Hits him. Vex as well. Vex hitting him. Wow, that's a safety car. That's got to be a safety car, 100%. That's got to be a safety car. Yellow flag, slowing down. Single file. Yeah, safety car in effect now. That was a massive collision there. So safety car in effect. They all slow up. I think they go to the start finish line. They race around that 50, 60 miles an hour. Wait for the guys that had the collision to get to the rear of the pack. And then things will unfold again. So it's up to the host and the race leader to communicate with each other to get the race underway again. And it's normally the start finish line. We're approaching it now, and G Smurf will get him away again. But no, someone's still, yeah, they're all there, so they're all to the rear. So it's not, here we're going now after the start finish line. So yeah, G Smurf in the lead. No, they ain't gone yet. Is there damage? Not going yet. So when they go, surprising me as well. That's still not gone. Still not gone yet. Maybe after the hair, or now actually. He's speeding up. Yeah, here we go. So semi-straight. As we head to the hairpin for the second time. Massive collision that though. So that safety car came into effect immediately. So it was called, and then they done it. So the medium to the soft, so you got to wait a little bit of contact there as well. But the mediums take a lap or two to warm up. It's unfortunate there for Dizzy Rip. You know, it wasn't intentional, just one of their things. But we get underway again. G Smurf leading the way. We're stealthing that second. So yeah, medium. So the top 8 are running that medium. The soft there for Viking. You know, he's on a medium, sorry. What happened there? So Viking Daddy. Oh, it's same. Is it the same area? Yeah, just into that twice. 3-second penalty. A safety car, I don't think will be called for that. I don't think there's any there might be, but he's got that damage. Now damage may be heavy, so he may have to pit. And yeah, his front wheel's falling off, his bumper's not there, his engine's falling out, and he's got that 3-second penalty, so he's gonna be way back, way behind the pack. It's just unfortunate there. So stealth for a little bit wide there again, and we got contact again. Stealth into that barrier ever so slightly. The guys ain't happy on the mediums at the minute, and again he's got that damage. So it's all unfolding in race 3. So yeah, so damage is light, so it repairs itself. So now Viking get his head down and just concentrate. G Smurf breaking away with everything happening behind. This is benefiting these guys, you know, especially G Smurf, because he's breaking away a bit and Biggie's following. Bragg up to that third. Night time as well, so the track's a lot colder, so getting temperature into these tyres, it would take a little bit longer. It's action packed so far, chaps. What's going on there? Smokey. It's a medium again. It's the tyres having the effect, and they're trying to adapt to it, running the races off for 2 races, and then adapting to the racing mediums in the night time with the colder track. Takes a bit of getting used to, but give it a lap or 3. They'll be warmed up and they could just push out a little bit more. So Slowpoke in that 11th. So Bex is now recovered. Smoky Top. Oh, Asbo. You see what I mean about the racing medium? It's cold on that track. And then the bike in 12. So there's a lot of action. And Biggie's looking to the inside as he heads through the chicane. Oh no, G-Smurf, that's very unfortunate. They got onto the sausage because he's seen Biggie side by side with him and just lost it a little bit on that sausage, and that's unfortunately hampered him now. It's round 1. I mean, we've got loads of rounds to go and loads of races to go, so this is just get your errors out the way in round 1 and perfect them in round 2. And yeah, it's very action packed so far. G-Smurf 12th, all the way down in 12th. That's such a perfect start as well. So Biggie inherits the lead, but he's got that 0.5 second penalty, and Bragg is following with Neil. So Neil in that P3, you can see Bragg, you can see Biggie. Firepower the fast lap at the minute, 142.290. Firepower up to 4, so Firepower in 4th. And then Neil again, he's looking for that wider line, and then he's not done it yet. He's on that racing medium. Damn cat sat away the TV, move yourself. Yeah, and then Firepower. Smoky Tom winner last time out. He's in that 5th. With Stealth in 6th. So maybe they'll run the medium, and who knows, 20 minutes in, some of the guys on the medium will up to the racing soft, and then them guys on the racing soft probably go into the racing medium. I think that's how it works. If I'm wrong, you obviously tell me. That's the way I'm seeing things at the minute. So Bragg inherits the lead now. Let's have look where Bragg done that move. Yeah, he's side by side down to the head, exiting hairpin actually. So he's got that move. Fair play. So Bragg inherits the lead. Neil up to 2nd. Biggie down to 3rd. So Biggie down to 3rd. Firepower's in that 4th. So Firepower can see the top 3 guys, and they head to the chicane for the 4th time. Yeah, he's trying to avoid them sausages there, Firepower. They can become a pain in the ass because they're that high. They raise so much. So Smoky Tom with Firepower in front of him. Will Smoky Tom get that 4th? But we know the Jag is alright top end as well as Vex 141.826. Bloody hell. The speed on that Sylvia, and he's passed. He's passed Firepower. So like with ease then. Firepower Vex in that 6th. 141.826 past the lap at the minute. Slight contact there for Dizzy Rip into the barrier. Stealth in that 8th. 9th there from Slowpoke. So Slowpoke looking to the inside there as Stealth. Would he make this move? Not at the moment, maybe on the exit. Yeah, he does indeed. So Slowpoke up to 8th, Stealth down to 9th, Asbo in 10th, Bike in 11th, and then G-Smurf, unfortunately, with that moment through the chicane a lap or so ago, he's to the rear in 12th. So Neil, what have I missed here? So Bragg in that P. What happened to Bragg? Let's have a look. He's going through the twisty bit now, and is he running a little bit wide? Oh yeah, into that barrier a little bit and to the other side. Lucky there to get away with a penalty, and then Neil inherits P1. Now will we see Neil breaking away? He's on that racing medium. Bragg down to 2nd. Smoky Tom up to 3rd now. So Smoky Tom and Biggie battling. So Biggie there with Smoky Tom in front. Firepower in that 5th. And will Biggie get this move on to Smoky Tom? He's looking for it. McLaren's top end. And he's side by side there with Smoky Tom. Yeah, he gets that move. Very nice racing there. Will Smoky Tom come back at him? Vexed into that barrier. 1.5 second penalty. These penalties are not helping these fellas at all. Smoky Tom through the chicane. Vex through the chicane. Firepower through it. Dizzy Rip. Slowpoke through it as well. Stealth, Asbo biking, and G Smurf coming up to the chicane now for the 5th time. Yeah, avoids all them sausages. Oh, and it loses it on the exit. And a 1.5 second penalty. Nil. P1 breaking away from Bragg in that P2. But behind here, Biggie's up to 3rd as we've seen. So Smoky Tom down to 4. Firepower. He's on the racing soft, so if it's a medium soft strategy and you're battling like this, I think the medium would have been, from my perspective, the best option of tyre for the start, because technically you're overusing you're basically wasting the soft tyre. And but hey, they do what they want to do, but I'm giving it from my perspective as a commentator. But it's great racing no matter what, but it's just a bit of a waste of the soft if it is a medium soft strategy. Right, Slowpoke 7. These two battling, Dizzy Rip and Firepower, is enabling Slowpoke to come up and be, you two carry on. You two carry on. So then Dizzy Rip looking to the inside, and the NSX of Slowpoke, he wants a bit of this action as well. So Firepower into the barrier. So coming up to chicane now. Yep, he avoids them sausages, and then Stealth is like, no, I am not avoiding the sausages. It seems that was some speed down to the chicane now. Oh, basically flew the car up in the air, and he's got like 1.5 second penalty again. What we like seeing. Yeah, so again, he's got it all to do. He's got it all to do. Head down. G Smurf 1.5, Stealth 1.5, Asbo penalty free, Viking 9th on his own, Vexer in P8, Slowpoke in P7. So these three are battling, and we've got a battle up ahead as well. Smoky Tom and Biggie still having a little battle, and then Biggie, is he into the pits, Biggie? Yeah, he is into the pits, yeah, so he's getting rid of that medium. So he's obviously done what he's meant to do on the medium for a minimum laps. Must be, I'm not sure what it is, but it's got to be a minimum lap. So he's into the pits there, Biggie. So he'll be going on to the racing soft. Hopefully the racing soft will last for the remainder of the race. So he's changing now. He's fueling up, and he's out the pits. He's out the pits, so he's on that racing soft. Let's see how he gets on lap time wise, stealth light wise into the pits, but he's got to get rid of that penny as well. So he was on the medium, now he'll switch to soft light Biggie, and he'll put his head down, get his head down and see what he can do. Right then, Neil, P1, not opting to pit yet. Fuel must be like, is it times 3, times 4, something like that? It's high, so fuel depletion is more than the actual tyres. So the guys on the medium for the minute can run it long if they wish. I'm not sure if there's a set time they got to enter the pits, like 5 minutes left of the race. But if you can run the medium until the last couple of laps, you're laughing technically. So guys on their mediums have got it in their hands at the minute, because Biggie who pitted is quite a way behind P1, but I'm intrigued to see what the lap times will be, see how they are compared to the medium runners. Asbo in 10, G Smurf in 11 and Stealth in 12. He's out of the pits now on the way to his soul. Let's see how he gets on. Can he close the gap to these guys up ahead? So Neil, when he'll pit, I don't know. It's all about a waiting game. Right down that P2, so I'm going to go race this time out, but he is being caught by Smoky Tom. So I basically released Smoky Tom because the pressure from Biggie was off him by Biggie pitting. I'm intrigued to find out when these guys do pit. Dizzy Rip. Slowpoke looking at Dizzy Rip. No. This is very interesting. So the top six have broken away. Neil's got that bit of a lead. Slowpoke's to the rear of this Pat in 6th. Vex is a few seconds back in that 7th. He's on that medium. So Biggie pitted. So what's his lap time? So he's 5/10 quicker, but he's still got some more speed to give, I think, in that car. Asbo in P10 on the races soft 42s. G Smurf 43. Stealth coming around now. He will be on the right. Anyone pits in? Right. So Smokey's in the pits. Now we've seen from race 2 that Smokey has got the pace on the soft tyre because he won race 2. What can he bring on the soft tyre of race 3? Bex has gone on through as well with Viking. Viking's gone on through. 1.5 for Bex. So he's got a 1.5 second penalty. Smokey's on the... so Biggie, he's managed to jump Smokey in the pit. So he's up to 8th and he's got around about a second lead over Smoky Tom. G Smurf into the pits now, getting rid of the medium, going on to the soft. Halfway through already. And then Stealth promoted up to 11th now after pitting. So yeah, he's got the jump onto Smurf. There you are. Right, Neil. 140.888. Bradley on the medium as well. He's doing 41.6s. Dizzy Rip doing 41.2s. Slowpoke doing 40.6 on the races soft. Now I said about the tyre depletion previously, so I thought it would be more on the soft. They depleted a lot more, but I may be wrong because depletion seems to be the same as a medium, depending if you're not so heavy on that throttle. If you're lifting more as you get into the corners and whatnot, that saves tyres. A biking a little bit into the barrier. So Neil into the pits, getting rid of the medium. He's done the fast lap with 40.4. Bragg now inherits P1 on the rate. How far he goes, I don't know. Slowpoke will be going on to the racing medium, so I think it's mandatory. Neil being released now. He hasn't refueled. Where's Slowpoke to? Yeah, Slowpoke is a medium was mandatory. So up ahead, we got this battle. We got Biggie, we got Smokey, Dizzy Rip. Just come out of the pits. By the looks of it. And yeah, Dizzy Rip, Smokey, Biggie. We got a battle on here, 3rd, 4th, and 5th for the final podium spot. Dizzy Rip there in that 5th position. Smoky Tom in that P3. Biggie looking to the inside there of Smokey, and then Dizzy Rip there gives Biggie a little bit of a kiss, and they head to the chicane for the 10th time. I bet they've all got used to the chicane now, how to enter and exit it, because that was pretty quick for that chicane then. Dizzy Rip in that 5th, looking to the rear of Biggie, and then Biggie looking to the rear of Smoky Tom. And he's in that slipstream now. And the Silvia is going to be overtaken any moment by the McLaren. Here comes the McLaren. There is the Silvia of Smoky Tom. And then Biggie goes, no, he's into that barrier, a slight kiss, and that will enable Dizzy Rip to go on through to that 4th position. And there is Dizzy Rip. There's Biggie in that 5th. So slight contact with the barrier has dropped Biggie down to 5th position. So we've got around about 10 minutes to go. Bragg's into the pits now, so Bragg into the pits. He'll be jumping onto the race itself. Where is Neil? Neil's coming around now, but he's got a 0.5 second penalty. Smoky Tom is coming up to the hairpin now. Will Bragg fuel up, or will he opt to not fuel up? He is fueling up. Where are these three? They're coming around now. Where's Bragg? Bragg's there, coming out of the pits. Will these three gain? Will Smokey gain that P2? Smokey there is Bragg, getting up to speed. Bragg put him to the right, trying to defend, but he can't do it because Smokey's already up to speed. And then Bragg there, down to third position by the looks of it. He is indeed. Where is Dizzy Rip? Will Dizzy Rip get promoted up to that P3? Dizzy Rip is there. Dizzy Rip in the Ferrari. He's broken away a bit from Biggie. And then Dizzy Rip, will he look to the outside, inside? Who knows? So he's following Smokey off that accelerator. And he's going around the long way on the race. Is solved. A little bit of contact there. That pushes Dizzy Rip into the barrier. Unfortunate that one, but then Biggie maybe will inherit, and they're side by side going into chicane. Biggie there, late move there. Dizzy Rip, oh Biggie, what do we class that one as then? So we're coming down to the chicane. He sees Dizzy Rip, brakes a little bit late. I can't call that. I leave that. To me, it's like a racing incident. Sausage and then car on the outside, nowhere to go, or I don't know. It's their call. They do what they have to do, report it, get investigated. But it's unfortunate that one there from Biggie. Very unfortunate. So Neil on the racing soft, 140.481. Smoky Tom in that P2. So Neil, without refueling, has got to jump by quite a large margin, to be honest with you. And so yeah, he's in P1. Smoky Tom P2. Bragg P3. Dizzy Rip P4. Slowpoke P5. Asbo P6. Biggie, his teammate, behind him in P7. So Biggie looking to the inside. It's unfortunate for that chicane. It's a difficult one to call. And then biking in that P8 on the racing soft. He's trying to attack Biggie. He's on the outside of Biggie. Vex P9, Firepower P10. Stealth P11, G-Smurf to the rear in 12th position. Up we go. No. Oh, that's... He's going to lose a bit of time there. He's going to lose a bit of time. So Smokey's there, Neil's there. What's his lap time when he just had that bit of an error? So he's doing 43. Smoky Tom, he is doing 40s. So Neil lost 3 seconds with that bit of a moment, and then Smokey could probably see that because the timer would have come down, and he's thinking, right, nighttime falling, is that having visibility problems? As it gets darker, you're more aware of your surroundings and that, because when it's light, you can just go flat out on it. And then Bragg, behind Smoky Tom, looking for that P2. Here we go, Bragg to the inside, Smoky Tom goes to wider line. He has pitted, so is he looking for that cutback? He's looking for that faster exit, wider line. And yeah, he's in Bragg's boot. But look who's there, Dizzy Rip. Don't cut out Dizzy Rip just yet. Slowpoke up to that 5th, so he's having a good rate, but he's on the medium, so the gap may fall between him and Biggie, because Biggie and Viking are battling side by side, 6th, 7th. Aspo, he can battle, but he's going to lose the ground because he's got that 1.5. Viking and Biggie side by side into the tunnel. Biggie there to the outside still. Asbo to the rear of his teammate. And they're going down, and Biggie's got that, yeah, Biggie's sick. Great battling. So he's going down to the chicane. The rear ends sort of stepped out on Biggie. and that's cost him a little bit of ground. But as well, unfortunately, he's going to fall back from this battle and maybe fall into the clutches of Vexed, who's in P9. So Viking and Biggie battling for that 6th and 7th. There's a battle up ahead. I know I'm going to switch that in a minute. Let's see if Viking can get this move done onto Biggie. Right, we go quickly. Bragg, Dizzy Rip, Smoky Tom battling for the final podium spots of round 1, race 3, the Ultimate Racing League Super Touring Cars League 3. So Smoky Tom P2, Dizzy Rip P3, Bragg down to 4th now. Can still get on that podium. Slowpoke P5, Viking P6, Biggie P7. Asbo P8, Vex P9, Firepower, but Vex is closing up to Asbo, with Asbo having that penalty. Here we go. What can Vex do? Can Vex get his P8? No one behind. Concentration on Asbo. Doesn't get that move done yet. Entering the chicane for the 14th time. Easy does it. And he closes up to Asbo on the exit of the chicane. Oh, into that barrier. Costs you a few tenths. And Asbo pulls away. Firepower P10. Just exit the chicane. He's in that P10. Stealth P11 coming through the chicane now. G-Smurf, 3-second penalty. Just coming through the chicane. We all have our bogey tracks, so get your bogey tracks out of the way. And I'm sure there's going to be a few tracks which they enjoy. Tokyo is a bit difficult. And he gets rid of that 3-second penalty. Neil in that P1 with less than 5 minutes to go. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry if I made any errors anywhere in the 3 races. Yeah, thanks for the viewing. Just trying my best. Dizzy Rip, Smoky Tom batting P2 and 3. Dizzy Rip up to P2. Will Smoky come back at him under braking? Dizzy Rip no keeps at P2, but Smoky is coming back at him before they hit the chicane. And will Smoky get that? No, Dizzy Rip P2, Smoky Tom P3. Smoky just backs off the accelerator to enable Dizzy Rip to go on through first. And then Bragg, will he benefit from this? Will he benefit from this? And maybe get that P3, the final podium spot. Or Smoky. Lexus compared to Sylvia, I'm not sure top end. But then the Sylvia's got the slip from the Ferrari, so let's wait and see. Smoky there, Dizzy Rip now pulling away a little bit. Bragg is closing up through them corners there. And then Bragg, he's still sitting in that 4th. Look for that move over Smoky Tom in that P3. Left to right, left to right, left to right. He doesn't get that move done yet. So Slowpoke on his own in that 5th. Viking in 6th. Biggie down to 7th. I'm not sure what's happened to Biggie, so apologies for that. Asbo in 8th, and Vexed closing up to Asbo as they get to the hairpin. A little bit late on the brakes there from Asbo, and when I enable Vex to get him going through the twisty straight, McLaren pulls away. But you think the Bible would close up because it's got such a big engine, but it's heavy, it's lumpy. Oh, clips that barrier. There's a corner there, Vex. Well, a little bit of a kink. And Asbo does a similar thing. Will Vex get this move? What's going on up ahead as the car's spinning? Yellow flags, yellow flags, yellow flags. Oh, Smoky. Was it a sausage? Yep. sausage. The first sausage on entry, the car was unsettled, and unfortunately that's dropped Smokey down to 4th. He may lose 1 or 2 more positions, and that's unfortunate for Smokey. That's hampered his podium spot, and then Slowpoke will close up, but yeah, he's going to lose that 5th anyway, because he'll get rid of the penalty probably at the end of this lap. And I'm not sure if it's the last lap. I don't think it is. It may well be, but we'll wait and see. It probably isn't. There's probably 1 more lap to go, and Neil got such a lead. He could just back off slightly and just take it nice and easy. Dizzy Rip in 2nd, so he's now released with Bragg in 3rd. Bragg was in as well. Slowpoke up to 4th. I bet Smokey's beating himself up in that car. Viking P6. Biggie P7. Asbo P8. Vex P9. Firepower P10. Stealth 11. G-Smo 12. That's round 1 almost complete. Maybe 1 more lap. Maybe. Yeah, I think this would be the penultimate lap for Neil. I think some may not complete the last lap, so Neil may have that lap over the other drivers. We'll wait and see. Dizzy may do it. He may do it, Dizzy. So it could be 1 and 2 doing their final lap. Bragg. I seen that coming. I seen the rear of the car kick out, and there you go. There's Bragg. There's Slowpoke. Now it was Smokey. No, because Slowpoke may get the final podium spot. Here we go. We've got 2 seconds to go. Slowpoke gets that P3. So he gets the final podium spot. Slowpoke 3rd. Smokey Tom 4th. Viking up to 5th. Bragg 6th. 7th there for Biggie. Vex in 8th. Asbo in 9th. So these penalties hampered them coming into the race. Firepower coming around in 10th. Wow. Then Slowpoke got that final podium spot. So P10 there for Firepower. It's coming around now. So the penalties decided the race technically. 11th there for Stealth. G-Smurf. Coming to the chicane now, he'll be P12. We'll come back to him in a minute. Neil and Dizzy Rip got the lap on the others. So G-Smurf exiting the chicane, coming around the final few corners, and he takes that P12. Hope you've enjoyed it. A bit of feedback. Be appreciated if not. Just like if you wish. Thank you for watching. Appreciated. I'm Idleful Gaming. I'll see you for round 2. And that's me. Over and out. Well done, Neil. P1. 2 wins in the evening. Dizzy Rip. P2. Coming over the line now. Congratulations on the podium. I've been Idleful Gaming. Well done, everyone. Take care. Have a good weekend.